Welcome to PMP Exam Immersion, a hybrid study for the PMP exam of people, process, and business. This book was written by my buddy Roy and I. We both have over 50 years of combined project management and agile experience. This book gives you several opportunities to learn and find gaps. Whether you're looking to learn more about leadership, learn more about business, learn more about strategic ideas for the business part of the exam, this is your go-to book. This book was written based on courses delivered with individuals who have gotten PMP certified. This is not a book that was written before the exam changed. This is a book that was written based on student feedback after the exam had changed. Let's listen to a little bit of the book. It doubles as an audiobook for your exam.
Introduction.
A little example.
Introduction to new exam. Since 2021, Agile has been huge on the PMP exam. It has become vital to know it and to think it deep and analytically. For that reason, we have a special section for each one of the 35 tasks where we address nothing but Agile. Have you seen people that pretend to be Agile, but they are something different? We commonly encounter people who pretend to be Agile, yet they are something else. All the time, it is that Agile in name only kind of situation where they are doing daily stand-ups and maybe sprint planning. However, they are still using all the predictive/traditional phased approach processes, and all the significant planning upfront, which really defeats the purpose.
This is a pretense. If one is planning predictively or using waterfall development, just be honest about it. Do not call it what it is not, do not say it is Agile. So many people are new to Agile. They have heard of Kanban but are just discovering the nuances and process of Agile.
So my friends, if you're one that doesn't have a lot of experience about Agile and you're trying to make sense of Agile, you're trying to learn things like Scrum, Agile mindset, and you're trying to marry that to the concept of the people domain, this book has got you covered. For example, in this first chapter of Manage Conflict, not only do we explain conflict from a 40,000-foot view, we go into the details, and then we go into the PMI-isms of conflict. We go into the details that no one cares to extract from the PMBOK guide for you. There's absolutely no need for you to go into the PMBOK guide when you've got this book. It is so comprehensive. In fact, it has content that is outside of any of the PMBOK guides that has ever been published. It goes into excruciating detail and imagery to help you understand concepts like the Thomas Kilmann mode instrument, to understand the stages of team development. And then, as if that wasn't enough, we go into the Agile Thinking Cap for every single process. Let's take a listen.
So how do you understand the source and stage of conflict, stages of and project management essentials? 31. Agile Thinking Cap for managing conflict. There are many cases where we do not have a project manager. However, let us describe a little bit of the difference between the project manager and the Scrum Master. The Scrum Master is a role in the Scrum framework, and we typically have someone who plays the same basic
role in Kanban. The purpose of the person is less about project management. It is actually very little about project management and much more about working with the team to improve their psychological well-being, their social structure, and making sure they have the best day possible. That is what we want the Scrum Master to be focusing on.
So you get the idea, and you might wonder, which application is this? Is this a fancy application? No, it's not. It's Edge. If you have Microsoft Edge, open this in Microsoft Edge and just select the voice you want, select the speed you want, and you can get full-on great PMP exam training for 13 hours, listening to this book at various speeds in the background as you go through your day. The other cool thing about this book, it's got the gold zone of exam expectations for each task. It literally tells you this is what to expect in this task on the exam. There is no book like this in the market for PMP. Trust me, there's no book that's been written by two brilliant authors and trainers that prepares you for the Agile piece, the hybrid piece, and the predictive piece. You take a look, we have questions for each chapter, and the questions are not ridiculous and out of place or overbearing. In fact, you can count the number of questions that have any remote mention of things like the inputs, tools, techniques, and outputs that are now pretty much obsolete on the exam. This is a relevant book for now, and to be quite honest, there's no book that has been written like this for the 2022 exam. It goes into the rationale for each question. So you got a question, you answer it, and then you look to the rationale and try to understand, and you move to the next chapter, and that's how it is. This has got 35 chapters exactly like that. And the really cool thing, at the end of the book, we have a cheat sheet to speed up your understanding and recall for the exam. We tell you the pages to expect in the PMBOK 7th edition, the pages to focus on, the pages to focus on in the Agile Practice Guide, and the pages to focus on in the 6th edition. We also go into my 36 mantras across people, process, and business to give you that mindset that you need for the exam. You have cheat sheets on Scrum, on earned value, on the processes, whittling them down to just 11, and the principles of project management in the 7th edition. So this, my friends, is a ridiculous steal. How do you get the book? Go on down to projectmanagementdoctor.com, scroll down, look for that red book. You can't miss it. Hit that link, sign the end user license agreement, and you'll be able to get the book at a ridiculous steal. Remember what you're getting: 13 hours of audio that you can play, and of course the book itself, which you can read. If you wanted to print this book, you can. If you wanted to read it on your tablet, you can. If you wanted to magnify the book so that you see it really clear, you can. This deal, my friends, is an absolute steal. You don't want this to get away. It's going right now at a reduced cost. It will get more expensive than this because there are comparable books in the market which aren't even half as good, but are far more expensive than this. You got to also remember the number of pages in this book, because I know you might be wondering how many pages are in the book. In this book, you have roughly 585 pages. This is the book you need for your PMP exam. All right, so go on down to the website, projectmanagementdoctor.com. Click on this link. It's one of the best kept secrets. And just so you know, if you're really keen on getting this stuff absolutely down pat in a 4-hour training on Sundays, we have the hpmexam.com PMP exam immersion program. If you sign up for the immersion program, you will get this book added on for free. So you'll be getting 4 hours of training covering people, process, and business. And you'll also be getting this book for free, along with over 250 slides in a 100-page package. If this sounds like something of interest to you, you can go on down to hpmexam.com or just go on down to Project Management Doctor, look for PMP Exam Immersion, and sign up for that. Okay, if you need the course, sign up at hpmexam.com. But if you want the book and that's all you need, you can get the book. Projectmanagementdoctor.com. There's the red book. You can't miss it. All right. Thank you, my friends. I hope you found this to be informational and helpful. Looking forward to seeing you either in class or grab a copy of the book. Bye for now.